We are now going to dive into one of the most extreme 1 to 5/7 chords, and that's going to be G major going to D7. If we're in the key of G major, what do? We want to figure out what our 5 chord is. We already know because we practiced D to G earlier, but let's pretend we don't know. How do we figure it out? Start on the letter G and count up 5. G, A, B, C, D. D is our 5 chord. So I'm playing in the key of G major. I end up going to D major, and then I need to make it a D7 chord. So what is that? Well, let's take a look at what D major is, just to refresh. D, F sharp, A. D to F sharp is a major third. F sharp to A is a minor third. And then from there, we need one more minor third on top. So A to A sharp is 1, A sharp to B is 2, B to C is 3. So C natural. D, F sharp, A, C. That's a D7. Any combination of that will work. So on guitar, where do we play it as sort of a standard guitar shape in the open position? We're going to play that right here. It's kind of trippy looking because it looks just like the D major, but mirrored. It's like reversed. And even though it looks so similar, it's actually a really, really different chord shape. Let's just go over it. With D major, finger 1 is on string 3, finger 2 is on string 1, finger 3 is going to be on string 2, fret 3. Now, for D7, every single finger actually needs to move. It's very different. So, in this case, finger 1 is actually going to go onto C natural. C natural, just like we do for our C major shape, it goes on to string 2, fret 1. Then finger 2 is going to go onto string 3, fret 2, and then finger 3 is going to go onto string 1, fret 2. Those notes are D, A with finger 2, C, that's the special note, with finger 1, and then F sharp with finger 3. So again, very similar to the D in terms of the notes. However, the fingers are all on a completely different string. They're totally scrambled up. So if it's causing you a little bit of extra trouble than you expected, don't worry. It's not you. It's really a completely different chord shape. I mean, this is basically a brand new chord. So if we're going from D7 to G here, we can actually just use the same strategy that we talked about with the D major one, where we kind of get pinky down and then lift up 2 and 3. Let's just do the same thing with D7 to G. It's going to be a little bit more effort because 3 is totally tucked down here onto string 1. So finger 3 has to make this quantum leap, not only from string 1 up to string 6, but it also needs to go over 1 fret. You might want to kind of look in between fingers 2 and 3, like kind of look right here at the metal fret of fret 2, and that might help you kind of accurately land it. You can also think about it as finger 2 jumping up to string 5. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not a ton of help that we can get on this chord. This might be one situation where the G major chord that I was hating on earlier is actually a little bit easier, because check this out, if we want to do the shape that I don't like, then we actually can slide over very easily. Finger 3 is just going to be a guide finger sliding over, and then look at this, finger 1 and 2 are actually right where they need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And really, it's if we're in the key of G major, we're going to be starting with G major and then go to D major, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I will say a lot of times when we're playing in the key of G major, a really common transition that we'll do is G major to C major, which is the 4 chord, G, A, B, C, to then D7 to G. If you're playing a chord progression that has that G, C, D7 in it, check it out, it's pretty convenient because we have C and then finger 1 can stay where it is and finger 2 just had to jump down 1 string. Finger 3 still had to tuck under, but that's okay. So So again, G, C, D7, G. And another common chord progression that you might come across, G to A minor, which feels like a huge giant leap, right? But G to A minor, and this is the same situation where we actually get to leave finger 1 down and finger 2 only has to go down 1 string to the D7 to G. That's a 1, 2, 5, 7, 1. Do, re, sol, do. So there's a couple benefits. We're going to play that 2 chord really often. We're going to play that 4 chord. As we start to get more interesting chord progressions, there's still a benefit to, doing this G major shape and having finger 1 not be way up here and way occupied and having 3 totally lost way down here. Because if we're going to do that C major, check it out. Oh my God, that's pretty tough, right? That's a giant quantum leap. We're doing the pirate ship thing that I talked about earlier. Or if we're doing the A minor, that's also difficult to get finger 3 to accurately land there. It's a good little crutch when you're first just trying to make it happen whatsoever, but I still feel like there's a lot more advantages to just doing our standard shape. If we got this 3 or 4 gap going, we are solid. So congratulations, that is one of the most difficult dominant 7th chord to 1 chord shapes that we are going to encounter in the open position. So you've done it, you've probably learned all of them by now. I'm super proud of you. And what's left? Well, start looking up songs you like, start playing as much as you possibly can, and when you're ready, we'll start exploring some bar chords in the next module. But way to go. I hope that this 1 to dominant 7th chord concept makes sense because, again, this is what you're going to be encountering in every single song that you ever play. And I'm not exaggerating. You are going to play this all the time, at least in one situation. It might be the very last 2 chords that happen, but at the very end of the day, you're going to get that perfect, authentic cadence of a 5-7 to 1. Almost guaranteed, definitely in classical music and in a lot of other genres as well. And I really just hope that these lessons so far have been a total hack for you. You've been able to look up the songs that you are excited about, the songs that you've always wanted to learn how to play, and that you're able to play them with a lot more ease because we have now covered so many of the use cases for getting from chord to chord, transition to transition. I have one more bonus in this section, and that's going to be other common chord progressions that you're going to find. So definitely make sure you check that out. That's also going to get you really far ahead. If you can get all those chord progressions down, then you are really going to be set up for almost everything that comes your way. So I'll see you in the next module, all about bar chords. Congratulations again on getting all of your open chords learned and mastered. I can't wait to see you in the next lesson.